According to Pew Research, women earn 82 cents for every dollar earned by their male counterparts. But apparently the pay gap starts long before your first job. A recent survey found a gender pay gap in kids' allowances. According to an app for parents managing allowances, boys earn twice as much weekly allowance as compared to girls. That's what we said in response to this. Joining us now to discuss, psychotherapist and author of Chicken Soup for the Soul, Think, Act, and Be Happy, Dr. Mike Dow.
Hello. Now, is this for the same amount of work? Because maybe the guys are like mowing the lawn or taking the trash out.
That's a great point. So in this research, that's exactly what was happening. So in a lot of the parents were actually sort of asking the boys to do more, but they were also paying the boys more, right? So I think this, obviously parents, we're not discriminating against our own children, but I think this asks us to really ask ourselves, do we have these ideas that we are projecting onto our children, even if they're subconscious, that boys are supposed to do X, Y, and Z, and that those jobs are worth a little bit more, and girls should only do this?
The average boy on this app earned $13.80 a week. By comparison, the girls earn $6.71 a week. And you're ingraining that in young girls and women that their work is worth less. And so that number that you quoted, 79 cents on the dollar, that's for women across the board in the United States. That's all of us out there. And one way to even visualize that is for every 1 year a man works, a woman has to work 47 extra days to even match the amount a man is earning. And I think when you set that expectations so low to begin with, even in your kids when you're giving them chores, that's what sets up this domino effect.
At an early age.
Daughter Shannon, doctor, the psychiatrist at UCLA, she didn't stand for this. She said, no way. I mean, right off the bat, no matter what the chore was, she would say, that's not enough. Like, I would give her, like, can you help me with a PowerPoint, or can you type something up for me, or something like that? No problem. And I'd say, I'll give you 20 bucks. She goes, no, that's more than that.
Well, and she should. So I think
she was no fool.
I think that's perfect, and I think that's the expectation we should be setting up. I have an older daughter and a younger son, and I feel like the challenge as a mom is really preserving that sense of self-worth that little girls are born with. I mean, my daughter at 10 doesn't have any gender discrimination. She's out there, she's competing with the boys, she has no qualms about it. And I feel like we need to maintain that as much as possible. We don't have to tell her to be sweet and not assertive and not know her self-worth.
And we can teach that also, I think, as parents. And I think children can be part of this discussion. So it's asking, what chores, as a member of this family, what chores would you like to do? And by the way, how much do you think it's worth? There's a way for children to be part of this discussion. And imagine when Shannon is then negotiating her contract, imagine how that's going to come in handy, and knowing her self-worth. And when she's in the workplace, she knows that she is going to be valuable, and also knows what she likes, and is not going to say, well, I'm a woman, so I should be, an A, B, or C, and not an X, Y, or Z, right? So really getting to know yourself and not being limited by gender roles.
Well, I also think one of the hardest things for me is actually teaching it to my son. And I think that's where we are falling short too, is that if you're giving your son a higher amount of money, or your boys, and making them feel like their work is more valued, then that translates across. That's how they're going to treat their female counterparts. That's how they're going to treat their female employees. So I feel like it's a twofold job. It's not just about teaching the girls their self-worth. It's about teaching your boys to respect a woman's worth and work, and that they consider their female siblings equal to them. And it's not, this is my job, and this is your job, and this is what I'm worth. And I feel like we have a long way to go. I mean, these numbers, that this is 10,000 kids and it's still perpetuated to this degree, I think we have to be really careful about how we're raising our children and the expectations we're setting up.